So hey, what's up, y'all? Yeah, as you can see, I'm, taking a good walk on the beach, and like I said, I'm just trying to give y'all different angles, on my videos, stuff like that. So on my vision videos, I should say. So this one right here, this one is specifically for the chosen ones. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you like one of the chosen ones and you been ran off your job, kicked off your job, because Lord knows us chosen ones, man, them rascals, man, we be getting ran off jobs left and right. It's because of the simple fact that we chosen, and they spirit can't even handle us. So this is what this video is gonna be about, to encourage you and for you to tap into your power. You know what I'm saying? And to just know something like that happened to you, like your ancestors got your back. It's nothing for you to worry about. And pay attention to what happened to you when that happened, because you probably experienced some good stuff and you just so caught up on you losing your job, which you about to get another one, a better one. You know what I'm saying? Or you need to figure out what it is that you need to do so you ain't got to work for no one again. So this is what this video is about. So I was on I had a job that I was working. I was working, it was a 28 and 28, right? You know what I'm saying? Making good money. Making like I was making freaking 20 racks. Every time I went out for 28 days, I was that's just, it was contract. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't paid by the hour. It was just a day rate. So you came out with 20 racks every freaking every month. You came home with 20 racks. So it was a 28 and 28. And even on that 28, day home, I would still go out and work a week. You know what I'm saying? Or 2 weeks somewhere. Sometime a whole another 28. So that job got taken away from me. Because why? It was simply because, it was these people, you know what I'm saying? I'm not finna put people's name out there or put specific rigs and all that stuff, because people can be bitches and they can try to come and get you. You know what I'm saying? It's because you identify a location or something like that. So you got to be careful with stuff like that whenever you're speaking on stuff like that. So yeah. So anyway, I had this vision that these three guys that I was working with, they was in the galley, like mixing up some coffee, and because some of the guys, they from another country, so I guess they, people over there, like how we, got Starbucks, stuff like that, they got their own thing also. So they was at the galley mixing up some coffee, and so they was talking about me, and I could hear them again telepathically. I could hear what they were saying, but they didn't even see that I was right there. But I'm like right across the aisle from them, and they just constantly talking amongst each other, stirring up some stuff like what they was gonna do to get rid of me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just sitting there to listen to everything they were saying, and it was like, one of the guys, he was leaning up against the thing. It was almost like he didn't really want to have nothing to do with it, but he was still in the mix, so he had everything to do with it. But it was like he really didn't want to get himself into it. And so the main dude, you know what I'm saying? This prick, he I shouldn't have said that, because what I'm about to tell y'all, like what happened, I should be like, I should be thankful that they actually done this to me. You know what I'm saying? Actually I am. You know what I'm saying? So, but like I told you, it was 20 racks, right? So that's a lot of money just to lose, because some guys just made up some stuff because they didn't want to, work with you anymore. You know what I'm saying? And it's all simply because you're chosen and you disturb their spirit. You know what I'm saying? That's just pretty much what it is at the end of the day. So so this guy, he's over there pumping his little coffee, because he makes his coffee and he uses the pump thing. So that's what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm seeing him do this, and then the lead, you know what I'm saying? He just like, he's just leaning up against the counter also, and they all watching this one guy that pretty much, got everything, that whipped everything up for them all. You know what I'm saying? So they can have agreement on everything. So I'm seeing this in a dream, right? know what I'm saying? And so all of a sudden, it was like they once he had finished pumping it and fixed it up, he just handed it to him, like he handed it to the lead, like, here, like, it's done. Now it's your job. Since you're the lead, you go ahead and finish it. You take care of it and make it happen. I did my part. I got it fixed up right. You know what I'm saying? This shit gonna taste so good to where he can't win. That's how the vision he was showing, like God was, like the Most High was showing me how that boy was. I'm talking about he was in it too, cuz that boy was in it, man. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, he fixed it up. He did fix it up good too, because obviously I got it ran off the rig. So he fixed that bad boy up so good, man. I wish I could have tasted, because that bad, ain't tell how good that was gonna taste. So anyway, he so once he handed it to him, so it was like the lead walked around the counter and just handed it to me, like if they saw me, you know what I'm saying? Like if they saw me sitting there this whole time. Make sure my camera still was good. Looked like it was getting a little dark. So he just handed it to me, and so it was almost like when I saw him, it was like it was some hot chocolate, some cocoa or something. And I remember thinking in the dream, in the vision, like, I want some of that cocoa. You know what I'm saying? So whenever he gave it to me, it wasn't cocoa, it was milk. Then when he gave it to me, I looked in the cup, it was milk, and I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, milk? What the hell? Like what happened to the cocoa? You know, because I really had wanted to drink some cocoa. And then when I looked at it, all of a sudden, it was maggots. You know what I'm saying? It was like some big ass maggots in that damn thing. Like that white milk that turned into nothing but maggots, man. It was like some I don't know if these worms everywhere, but I don't even know what they call, but they big, they white, they got like an orange head. I know, like, whenever, so I grew up in the country, like I said before, so we would dig up, you know, or shuffle leaves around, and you would find the worms, because, you know, the catfish love those, and which is, I don't eat none of that fish now. You know, I don't eat no pork, no fish without scales, you know, none of that stuff, you know, because I done hopped out of there. I've been awoken, right? So anyway, you will find these worms also. They necessarily wasn't maggots, but, you know, there was some worms, and the freaking fish loved them kind of freaking worms. So it was those, but it was maggots, but they looked like those. That's just how, because those worms I'm telling y'all about, the ones you could dig up, they big, bro. They some big ass white worms, and I never saw a maggot that size before in my life. But in the dream, it was maggots, and it was that size. So I and so I was just like, ugh, like so it got me sick to my stomach. And at that moment, I knew that I was about to get ran off the rig. I knew that. So and then I pretty much woke up, right? You know what I'm saying? So that God was just showing me, the Most High was showing me what was about to take place, and He was just already preparing me for it. And so 3 days after that dream had happened, you know what I'm saying? I was sitting at the kitchen table, and he walked up to me, the lead, and was like, "Hey man, you got to pack your stuff up and go. They got a chopper coming, and everything gonna be explained to you whenever you get on land." I say, what? I said, what did I do? He said, man, I can't explain nothing to you. So you just gotta just. He said, the chopper already coming. He said, you gotta hurry and pack your stuff up. You gotta go. And this is, I'm at the kitchen table, bro. So everybody is out there. That's what I don't like about that dude. That's what I don't respect about that dude. Because he could have put me on. He acted like it was cool. You know what I'm saying? And he tried to blame it to make it look like it was the other two guys that did it. But you know what I'm saying? Anyway, in the vision, I already knew. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he was one of the one of the head hitters, because he's the lead. So, but I didn't. That's you know that's some shady stuff right there. You know what I'm saying? For you to come to a man when he's sitting at the table eating in front of everybody and tell him like that, it was almost like if he felt empowered. You know what I'm saying? Like he felt good to tell me that. You know what I'm saying? But you know, that's them. You know what I'm saying? That's them. I ain't worrying about him. So anyway, he when he said that, so we like, you know, we made it outside. So I said, so man, you ain't gonna tell me like what happened? I'm like dude, like me and you be talking on some high level stuff, bro. Like we be on some other stuff. Like the dudes who you rolling with, they trying to get rid of you too. And we be talking about this. So what the hell you mean? Like you ain't gonna tell me nothing. So anyway, he still didn't say nothing. So we get to the room. I packed all my stuff up. But before all that happened, like I said, I had that dream 3 days later, like they ran me off. But the second day, bro, I was walking into my room and I just felt like miserable. You know what I'm saying? I just felt like you know, I was sad, you know what I'm saying? I was sad. I was heartbroken because I knew I was about to like lose all that money. Like I said, I was making like 20 racks every other month. You know what I'm saying? So and I was just about to lose it all. I didn't have nothing else, you know, in place, you know, playing, but I'm still working for the same company now. You know what I'm saying? You know, I didn't have nothing in place. So you know, so I was feeling bad about that. But again, as soon as I started to feel bad, it was like the Most High just like took that feeling out, just took it away from me and just lifted me up so high, bro, to where I remember I did like that and I put my head up like that and I just started, you know what I'm saying? I just started walking with my head high, you know what I'm saying? Like I ain't worried about it. And so the next day, boom, that happened. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, it wasn't that I was tripping because the Most High already prepared me for it. So that's what I'm trying to tell y'all, chosen ones. You know what I'm saying? We get prepared ahead of time. You know what I'm saying? That's why we not hit with surprise. They can't surprise us, bro. Because they really don't know who they messing over. You know what I'm saying? Because every person in this world gonna always need a chosen one before a chosen one needs them. Man, you ain't even gotta bet no money on that, bro. That's just, you know what I'm saying? That's nature, big dog. That's nature. So anyway, me and him in the room, and I'm wanting to tell him about the vision that I saw, but I'm just so exhausted. But I wasn't even exhausted, bro. I didn't want him in the room with me because I just wanted just to, you know what I'm saying? Because the thing was, I had been on that project for I guess about a year, over a year, and then the Most High told me that I was going to be on that project for 3 years. And that, you see, a lot of things is done with 3 and 6 and stuff like that with me when it comes to me and the Most High. So anyway, for me to get ran off, I just wanted to talk to the Most High and tell him, like, you told me this, so why you changed it, you know what I'm saying? But I already knew the answer, you know what I'm saying? I really wasn't tripping. But I couldn't be in that by myself because they wanted him to be around me just in case I don't do nothing crazy, right? You know what I'm saying? Like dude, you know who you talking about? Like, that's the last thing that's on my mind. So I couldn't really focus like I wanted to on that. So he just started talking about all kinds of stuff that I didn't want to hear about. And so, like I said, I wasn't even going to tell him about the dream. But I knew the Most High wanted me to tell him. But I was just so, like I said, I was exhausted. I didn't want to even talk to this dude no more. So anyway, dang, I left my freaking towel in my dang truck. I'm kind of sweating here a little bit. That sun ain't playing right now, you know what I'm saying? Give me 1 second. So yeah, you know, anyway, feels good getting that vitamin D though, baby. You know what I'm saying? As melanated people, we need that. You know, we children of the sun. The sun love us. So anyway, I didn't want to tell him. So he started telling me about, he started talking, show you how whenever God wants something to happen, he make anything happen. Listen to this. So he started telling me about this woman that his wife knows. This is his wife's friend. And when they come to their house, she got like nothing but like roaches and maggots all in her freaking vehicle. You know what I'm saying? She don't be feeding the kids. You know, he was telling me this whole story about this lady. And whenever he said about the maggots, I said, okay, God, I got it. I said, now you want me to, now you gave me the way to, you opened up the door for me to go ahead and hit it with it. So I said, look here, man. Stopped him in his track. I said, look here, man. I had a dream about what happened. I said, I wasn't going to say nothing, but I said, since you're talking about maggots, I'm going to go ahead and tell you. So I told him about the dream that I had and how he was in it. I told him everything, like what I just explained to y'all. You know what I'm saying? And made him see his part and everything too. And you know what I'm saying? But after he let me say what I had to say. Then he tried to go back talking about the woman again, how nasty she was. Like he ain't just hear what I just told him. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you know what I'm saying? So that was just God wanted him. Cause he, like I said, me and this dude was cool, bro. And at least I thought we was. But the Most High wanted me to walk away with him knowing that you ain't cool with me, bro. You know what I'm saying? You a snake in the grass. You know what I'm saying? You ain't cool with me. You know what I'm saying? I can't trust you on that. And then they got this other guy. They ended up getting rid of him too. But he was like over us. But I didn't really have to deal with him because, you know, he was like over like the whole thing. But I didn't have to deal with him so much because I was out there as a contractor. I just had to deal with this group of people. So he tried to get rid of me months before this even happened. God showed me a dream about him. And then this guy, so I have a best friend, you know, that passed away, and his little brother, you know, we kind of, we stay in touch with each other. But, you know, I look at him as a little brother too, you know, because he's the only, he don't have his parents no more, you know what I'm saying, his brother, you know, he got relatives and stuff like that. But, you know, we had lived together at some point. So, you know, every time you see me, you know, you always call me his brother, you know. So we don't communicate like we used to, but when we see each other, we know the love's still there. So this guy looked just like him, you know what I'm saying? So so naturally, I just already had love for this dude because you look like somebody that I got love for, somebody that, you know, I don't get mad at. So I immediately took a liking to this guy, told him about my brother, and even put his picture on Facebook and showed him like, man, you look just like him. And everybody like, oh man, I do look just like, dang, that type stuff. So me and this guy got real tight, you know what I'm saying? So come to find out, he was trying to get rid of me on the slick. I guess this was like about 8-9 months into the game. So you know, I think this fool wife is cheating on him, you know, all kind of stuff. So he would come to work with all kind of problems. So he just was he wasn't just trying to get rid of me, he was trying to get rid of all of us. So I can't just put that one on me. But anyway, I had a dream of a snake. Like the snake would just call up, would just swim, this is going by me, and every time the snake would see me, he would call up and try to hide. You know what I'm saying? And then the next day, he went and told the OIM that he caught me in the room sleeping in working hours and told him that he needed to get me off the rig. So the good thing, the OIM said, man, I'm not getting rid of him. So the OIM didn't even run me off the rig. But he tried to, if the OIM would have said, yeah, them guys wouldn't have to do what they had to do because I'd have been off that a freaking months before they even did what they did. So anyway, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, man, so here's the kicker. So even though I lost those 20 racks every other month, but what I gained though, hallelujah, give them praise. What I gained was health, was clarity. You know what I'm saying? I was 255 pounds, bro. What I didn't tell him, I used to pass out on the rig sometime. I'd be there by myself doing different things. I'll pass out, bro, because my sugar, you know, I was diabetic, I was everything, bro. You know what I'm saying? I was just out of whack, bro. I was out of whack, man. You know what I'm saying? And this was around the time me and my girlfriend was breaking up. So whenever I freaking so it was like I still had 12 days left of my 28 days for me to complete before, you know, we complete our hitch. But they got rid of me before I can complete my hitch. But that day before that, I ended up passing out. But no, I never told no one this, you know what I'm saying? And it was crazy, like the next day, we didn't even go on deck. Whenever he had told me I had to leave, that day before we didn't go on deck, or that same day, because the weather was bad, you know what I'm saying? So no one, they canceled all permits. But anyway, yeah, so I had passed out, bro, and I didn't tell no one. And I knew, because I wasn't taking that insulin, I wasn't taking none of that. I refused to take all that. I refused to take it because I knew I can deliver myself. And I knew if I just went on a 7-day fast, I could deliver myself from so much illness and diseases. You know what I'm saying? And I watch, people like brother, I watch a lot of brothers, a lot of herbalists, you know what I'm saying? They be hitting you with some real stuff. So when that happened, I think me and my ex-girlfriend chilled it for a week. And then we stayed absent for probably about, I want to say, a month. Yeah, and then we ended up smashing, like I said, that one time. And then I was just like, man, let's forget it. But anyway, I already had started my fast. So I came in, I did a 7-day watermelon fast. But 5 days, a watermelon liquid fast. 4 days, 4 days I did a watermelon liquid fast, and the other 3 days I did a dry fast. No showers, didn't touch no water, no nothing. And bro, when I tell you that I could feel whatever illness was inside of me, it's gone, bro. I mean, it was gone. It was almost like if I had to deliver myself. It was almost like I cured myself from whatever sickness, illness, disease that I had, bro. I literally cured myself. That's what I felt anyway. So, and so in January, I did a 7-day watermelon liquid fast, but 3 of those days was a dry fast. That was in November. And in December, I did a 14-day watermelon fast, and I think three of those days was a dry fast. And then January, bro, I did 25. January of this year, I did 25 days of a watermelon liquid fast, and 12 of those days was a dry fast. I would do like a 1-day dry fast, then I would do like a 2-day dry fast, then I would do a 3-day dry fast was the most I was doing, but I was back and forth to where it all equaled up to like 12 days in total out of that 25 days. And whenever that happened, bro, I was completely healed. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not, making a video about, being healed. You know what I'm saying? Because, people can try to flag you or, get you caught up because you're talking about healing yourself. Somebody go try that, something go happen to them, and talk about they get it from you. So disclaimer, don't try none of this. I'm telling y'all, get with your doctor, whoever you got to get with before you try this stuff. Cause I just know that's what that worked for me. And I delivered myself from all that stuff, bro. So in February, out of the 28 days, I did 12 days liquor fast. March, I would do a week. April, I would do like a few days here and there. May, and here it is, August, and I'm still freaking fasting, bro. You know what I'm saying? I just did freaking, last week, 7-day. You know what I'm saying? And then, freaking 3 days ago, today I freaking cooked some okra today, man. I was hungry for some okra and some chicken. So I ate that today. But 3 days before that, I did another fast. So I'm constantly fasting, you know what I'm saying? And so all I'm saying is, it's like I've been posting different stuff on Facebook, and I can see like certain of them that hit me. They be like, "Oh man, you look healthy, you look good," And these some of the same people that got me ran off the rig. But I went from 500. Goddamn, boss, Lord, yeah. I went from 255 to 210. You know what I'm saying? 255 to 210. So it's like I lost all that freaking weight, bro. And I just got myself so happy, so healthy. You know what I'm saying? Different stuff like that. So instead of me getting mad, and so I would never get, and not even on that, bro. They was trying to actually come for my license, bro. You know what I'm saying? Guy was showing me like man, like they done got you ran off the rig. This one particular guy, the one that was, he was trying to actually get my license provoked from me, bro. It was like God was showing me like this guy just keep on going. So I say what I had to say to God. If he keep doing it, yeah, go ahead and show my powers now. Now you being stupid. Show my powers. Let my powers arrive now. You know what I'm saying? If you don't stop, release my powers. You know what I'm saying? So I spoke what I had to speak. So yeah, man. So, but I just kept feeling their presence, like if they just wanted me to be mad at them, like they wanted me to react. And every time it would hit me, I'll be like, man, I ain't getting mad at them guys. I ain't getting mad at them. I'll shake it off. You know what I'm saying? And so, it's wrong that, that people can disrespect you, but, you got to forgive people for your good, not for them. You know what I'm saying? Because these people living in, these people, they the ones who's miserable, not you. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, so it's just like, after that, so instead of me, so I'm glad I didn't get mad at them like that. because I delivered myself, bro. And then I had this big ass knot in my neck. See, I don't even have that no more. Not that you can see it, but it was so freaking huge, bro. It was so huge, bro. It was like, if I was talking to you right now and you was looking at me, you would stop looking at me in my face and look at and stare at my throat. That's how big it was. It was super big, bro. And when I went on that freaking fast, man, it went away, bro. It took it away, bro. It was like my thigh rod was swollen. You know what I'm saying? It completely healed it. And I did some research on that, and it said if you went on a dry fast, your stem cells would actually regenerate, and it'll make it go away. You'll heal yourself. And sure enough, bro, I did that, bro. I went on a freaking dry fast. That bad boy went away in 3 days, cuz. A 3-day dry fast. That thing went away, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. You know, let me kind of slow down. I'm trying to sound like I'm about to get hood on y'all real quick, huh? You know what I'm saying? I'll put that behind me, man. But, yeah, man. So, it's a wonderful thing, man. It's a wonderful thing that happened to me because, like I said, I was passing out. I just wasn't telling nobody. So I could have ended up probably dying out there. So them guys, at the end of the day, bro, they did me a big favor, man. So it's up to you to be the bigger person, understand who you are, and take it that way and run with it, and then see how you're gonna outshine anything. You know what I'm saying? Anything that oppose a chosen one, you finna outshine it, bro. You know what I'm saying? So you know they can't touch me, bro. You know what I'm saying? So but yeah, man, that's just to show you the type of power that we got, and we connected, and we protected, man. And you know, and like I said, that's why I'm making a lot of videos, because I done had so much visions and stuff since then, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just like I really enjoy being home, like not even going to work. So that's why I can't wait till I'm financially taken care of, so I ain't even got to even go back out there no more. Because I really enjoy walking, you know, I walk, go work out. I'm fit. I keep myself healthy, man. You know what I'm saying? But I did put back on another, you know, 15 pounds since I lost that, you know, 255, because, you know, I'm healthy now. You know, I done cured myself. You know what I'm saying? So I went pig out a few times on some stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? But I know I can lose it back like it ain't nothing, because I actually did lose those 15 pounds back again a few months ago. And I just put it back on, man. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So don't let no one steal your joy, because they can't. Whenever they do stuff to you like that, you know what I'm saying? Just don't trip. And not only that I healed myself, not only that I got myself healthy, it was the fact that, you know what I'm saying, I found myself, man. I found myself. You know what I'm saying? I finally was able to tap back into who I am as a true God, bro. You know, as a true chosen seed. I was so away from myself, man. You know, I was making all that money and I wasn't even focusing on God no more, the Most High. I was just doing my thing, you know what I'm saying? Doing whatever I want, how I want it, and I just wasn't even focused no more, man. And I, you know, a lot of people depend on me, so I was taking care of a lot of people at the same time with that. So whenever that happened, it's not that no one lost anything, but you know what I'm saying? They felt the ripple effect, because that was a couple months where I couldn't provide, you know what I'm saying? And I couldn't find a job nowhere, even though I was still with the same company. It was like I just didn't have no work. And so I got to the point to where I said, okay, Moses, I understand what you're doing. You want me to just let it go and let it go and let you do your thing. And as soon as I done that, man, blessings just started coming out of everywhere, bro. You know what I'm saying? I was able to provide in so many different ways, bro, to where it blows my mind, man. So, you know, yeah, I lost 20 grand a month, but I didn't lose. I didn't lose because I got mortgage. I got mortgage, and you know, I'm paying a note on the vehicle. I didn't lose anything. I didn't lose nothing, man. You know what I'm saying? I didn't lose anything. So, yeah, you know, all praise to the Most High on that, man. So, and it's just like, now I'm to this point right now to where I'm just back, and God using me, man. God using me, man. So I'm glad I didn't waste no energy of letting these guys, you know what I'm saying, making me feel bad or nothing like that about losing this job or anything like that. Because like I said, I technically still work for the company. It was just that I was working through this company as a third party, and I'm just not, you know, I just don't go work for that party no more. So and that was the bread and butter for this company. You know what I'm saying? That was the bread and butter for this company. So it's like if you ain't on one of their rigs, you know, it's like you ain't got a set schedule like you would have before in the past. But it's all good, man. Cause like I said, oh, I already know what the Most High about to bless me with, man. So I'm not even tripping, bro. So chosen ones, man, you know how it is us on them job sites. This for male and female, man. You know what I'm saying? But they can't touch us. They can't touch us, man, because we highly favored and we blessed, man. And the Most High gonna do something to people, man, that keep messing with you. You know what I'm saying? That's why the Most High, that's why he say, don't you touch my anointing. I may allow it to happen, but if you keep on, yeah, you wait till you gonna, man, stop messing with God chosen, all right? Please, because you don't know what you're dealing with. Hallelujah.